Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Before we start, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, leave a comment, share with your friends, all that. So as you can see, I still don't have a consistent upload schedule. Sorry, but we're just gonna have to deal with that until I get more followers and can consistently upload something that I enjoy. Thanks for the views on my last video, very exciting. If you haven't, make sure to check that out on my channel. So as we all know, Pride Month is at an end, sad, I know. And I was thinking of ways to continue to take my pride into my everyday life outside of June, which I do anyways, but I wanted to find a way where I could actually grow and share kind of a different way to take my pride and all that kind of stuff. And to do this, I have to look more into myself and how I fit into the community as a whole. So I'm a cisgendered white man who happens to be gay, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what is wrong is that white cisgender gay males are ruining parts of the LGBT community by not staying in our lane. As you can see if you go anywhere in gay Twitter, which is a scary place to be oftentimes. I wanted to find a few ways on how I, as a cisgender white male, can use my voice and my privilege to not only give back to the more marginalized in our community, but to also understand those people and how I fit into the community with them. Bear with me, I have about 7 points, and here we go. Number 1 is to understand the situation that you're in. Understand the situation that the community is as a whole. So even though we like to say that all queer people are treated equally, the truth is that the world treats different queer people differently. The system is set up with odds against these often marginalized groups in our community. Factors such as sex, gender, sexuality, ethnicity, where you were born, body expectations, your religion, your socioeconomic status, your family, and many more all affect people in the community starting at birth. Number 2 is accepting this situation. Wake up to the fact that certain identities are privileged. Hint, hint, cisgender white males are very privileged in our community. For example, men have advantages over women. Cisgender people have advantages that trans people or gender non-conforming people do not have access to. White people have advantages that people of color do not. And all this while our most marginalized communities live in danger, often existing at these intersections of black trans people of color, queer immigrants, asylum seekers, or even queer youth. Number 3 is to acknowledge your part in what is happening and committing to stopping it. I'm not telling you to take up the torch and become a white savior to people who are not asking you for that to happen, but what we have to realize is that we live in a misogynistic, sexist, racist, ableist, transphobic society. It may be hard to see all of this when we're walking down the streets on our pride parade being blinded by the glitter, but this does happen and these situations do exist that put these people in danger. I know that I'm not consciously racist, but because I am a white man, I do benefit from racist systems that have been set up. Allies are not the type of people who just go out marching in the street and protesting. Real allyship is realizing that we do benefit from these systems and that we need to tear them down if we all want to be equal, even if that means giving up mine and your privileges. Number 4 is always be aware of the space that you occupy. Since Pride is over, anytime you're going into a queer space or even not a queer space and you're white, take time to look around, see the people in this queer space, and if everyone looks like you, ask yourself why that is. Then leave and find a place that's more diverse. And when you do find that place, don't take up the space. be there and be involved, but do not make it about you. Number 5 is to listen. Just shut the fuck up and listen to what these people in the marginalized groups are telling you. I love talking, and my favorite topic is myself, obviously, but when I'm talking to my queer friends who are people of color, and they're talking about their experiences in the world, my job is to sit back, listen to what they're saying, and then only once they're finished, asking, how can I help you in this situation? Number 6 is to donate. I know as a college student, most of us don't have money, so if you can't donate your money, donate your time, donate your energy, donate your visibility to organizations and communities that help the most marginalized in our community. And finally, number 7, which is basically, by now you should realize that there is a problem, and there's literally nothing standing in your way of helping these people. There's no excuse anymore. Do not tolerate racism. Do not tolerate sexism. Do not tolerate ableism. Do not tolerate transphobia in any form in queer spaces, or anywhere else for that matter. What you can do is follow, repost, commission art from these queer folks around the world and spread their voices if they can't do it themselves. And actively talk to your friends about these issues. If none of your friends look different from you, then it starts with you. And my final words to my white, cisgender gay males of the world, including myself, and anyone who watched this video and gave me the time of day. Be welcoming, be kind, be inclusive, and understand that even the best intentions may be met with apprehension. Trust takes work. Trust takes time. I love you all. Take pride with you every day.